Hey guys, thanks for being here. Today we have another chakra class, and this one we're going to focus on our third eye chakra, located in the space in between our eyebrows. This chakra is associated with an indigo color, and it's all about vision, perspective, and intuition. The sound associated with this chakra is Om. When you have a balanced third eye chakra, then you feel feelings, or it's associated with intuition, perception, the sense of feeling like you're being guided, and clairvoyancy. So when you feel like you're experiencing like you're on the right path, or like when you have those moments where you're like, I knew this was going to happen, or when you think about somebody and then they call you and you're like, I was just thinking about you. Those things are associated with an unblocked or a free flowing of energy through your chakra. It is also associated with spirituality, the sense of being connected, and strong mental health. And it can also be associated with having bright, vivid dreams that you remember and that you're able to interpret in your own way. You also find that people who have a really strong, unblocked third chakra have good vision. And that's like one of those direct correlations. So all of the things are opposite for when you have a blocked chakra or a blocked third eye chakra. You feel a little lost, like you're not on the right path. You can sometimes feel either manipulated or as if you're being the one that's being manipulative. There's a sense of panic and fear, like you don't know what you're doing, you can't trust the things that you're doing. And it's also associated with having migraines, headaches, or even kind of like blurry vision, like you can't see clearly. And you definitely don't have that gut feeling, and you feel, like I said, a little bit lost and everywhere. So today we're going to focus on poses and variations of poses that stimulate and unblock our third eye chakra. So we're going to jump right into it. I have 2 blocks that I think will be really useful. If you don't have blocks, it's okay. For most of the poses, you can stack your fists as well, or even just visualize your third eye chakra connecting with the ground or with a certain body part. So we're going to start in a child's pose. I'm going to be doing wisdom pose because I'm modifying for pregnancy. So if you're modifying for pregnancy too, just go with what I'm doing instead of necessarily what I'm guiding. So let's come into a child's pose. I'm going to do wisdom pose, knees apart. If that's easier for you right now, totally fine. Go ahead and do it. We'll reach the arms forward and drape the chest either onto our legs or in between our legs. The goal here is to get the forehead to the mat. If your forehead doesn't reach the mat, use a block, even a firm pillow. If you don't have that handy, stack the fists, forehead to the fists. And we'll take about 5 deep breaths here. Throughout this class, you can not go so intense, so you can think of it as sort of a nice chill class. So if you want to keep the elbows up, that's totally fine, but you can also rest the arms down on the mat. Forehead reaches either the mat, the blocks, or your fists, and we'll massage the third eye. Moving the head like you're saying no. About 3 more breaths. If it feels good for you, keep doing it. If you want to stop at the center, that's totally fine too. 2 more breaths. Visualize a glowing indigo energy radiating out of the space in between the eyebrows. Last breath. Stop at the center. Lift the chest a little bit, push into the hands. And we're going to thread our arms. So reach the right arm out, thread it under the left, and bring the ear and shoulder down. You can even still draw the forehead towards the floor, but it might not get there. So take a comfortable position. 2 more breaths. Use your left hand to help you out of the variation, and we'll take it to the other side. Extend left arm out, thread it under the right, slide it really far away, ear and shoulder down. If you want to try to draw the forehead down, totally fine. If you have a block, it's more manageable. Two more breaths. Slowly start to come out of your variation. We're going to move into downward facing dog. Any way you want to get there, move slowly at your own pace. 3 breaths here. Bring your attention to your third eye. Visualize the blue, indigo, glowing light at the space between your eyebrows. A mantra you can use throughout this class is I see, or I see clearly. We're going to step into a kneeling lunge, right foot forward. Drop the left knee, inhale the arms up, hips forward and down. Squeeze inner thighs together, activate your bandhas. Bring the hands together overhead and down to your heart. Now bring the thumbs to your third eye and breathe for 3. Push your forehead against the thumbs and the thumbs against the forehead for 2. 1 more big breath. Inhale the arms up. Half splits. Straighten your front leg, plant the hands. You can use blocks on either side of your front leg. We're going to take 2 variations. Our flat back variation, which we do all the time, and then we'll do a round back variation. So let's start with our flat back for 3. Balance out the hips, left hip over left knee for 2. Flex at the ankle, ball of the big toe forward, 1 more breath. Now we're going to round our spine, doing our best to get our forehead towards our shin. If that doesn't happen, it's totally fine. I'm not able to do that right now. So as you round, push the mat away or push the blocks away. Visualize the glowing energy from your forehead to your shin bone for 3. 2. 1. Back into your kneeling lunge. We're going to keep the left hand down, right arm up, rotate towards the right knee. Knee over ankle. Do your best to spiral the chest up for 3. If you can bring the hand down, totally great. For 2. We're going to step it back to a modified or assisted side plank. Turn your left toes out a little bit and extend right leg. Breathe for 3. If you're a little more flexible, you can hook the big toe and extend. For 2. 1. Release the foot. Bring the hand down and rotate into a tabletop position with an extended leg. For 3. Inhale here, exhale round. Try to get the forehead to the knee. 1 more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round, try to get the forehead to the knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring the leg down. Tuck the toes, push it back, downward facing dog. Great job. Left foot forward, kneeling lunge. Right knee down. Inhale the arms up. Squeeze inner thighs together, pull belly in, lift pelvic floor. Hands together overhead and down to your heart. Now bring the thumbs to the third eye for 3. Push the forehead into the thumbs and the thumbs into the forehead for 2. One. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, half split. Straighten your front leg. We'll do our first variation, flat back. Inhale, lift the chest. Balance out the hips. Exhale, hinge forward. Right hip over right knee for 3. Keep a flat back for this variation. Firm up the quad for 2. Ball of the big left toe forward. Last breath. Now we're going to take our round back, doing our best to get our forehead or the space in between the eyebrows to the shin bone or even the knee. If that's not possible, you're going to round the spine, draw the forehead towards the knee, and visualize that glowing energy of connection between your third eye and your shin bone for 3. Maintain your alignment for 2. One more breath. Back into your kneeling lunge. Right hand down, left arm up. Rotate towards your left knee for 3 breaths. Knee over the ankle. Do your best to stack the shoulders for 2. Push into the right hand completely, and we'll take one more big breath. Moving into an assisted side plank, turn your right toes out to the right. You can even hook your big toe here. Extend left leg back for 3. Hook your big toe if you're more flexible, and extend for 2. Squeeze your butt. Push into your bottom hand. 1. 3-legged tabletop. Bring the left hand down and rotate the hips to the mat. Hold it right here for just a moment. Wrists under shoulders as best as possible for a sturdy foundation. Inhale here. Exhale round. Forehead to the knee. One more. Inhale, stretch. Exhale round. Forehead to the knee. Inhale, stretch. Great job. Bring the knee down. Downward facing dog. We'll come into a Malasana squat at the top of our mat. Step the feet out wide. Drop the hips. You're more than welcome to sit on a block. Breathe. We'll be here for 5 breaths. Bring your hands together, thumbs to the space in between the eyebrows for 4. Bring the weight to the outer feet, knees away from each other for 3. Push the forehead into the thumbs and the thumbs into the space in between the eyebrows for 2. 1 more breath. Forward fold. Plant the hands, lift the hips, turn the toes forward. And just hang here for a moment. For 3. Taking any forward fold that you want. 2. Step back to plank pose. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Great job. Right foot forward, high lunge. Step the right foot up. Back heel over the ball of the foot. Squeeze inner thighs together. Inhale, come up. Sitting bones down. Pubic bone up. Belly in. We're going to eagle the arms. Left arm under, right arm over. And from here, stay or take a back bend. Inhale, lift the chest. Fingertips move back. Heart up for 3. Visualize energy between your third eye chakra and your hands for 2. It helps to bring the hands towards the forehead or the space in between the eyebrows. Go for it for 2. Inhale the arms up. Pyramid fold. Plant the hands, step your back foot up. Feet are 3 feet apart, hip distance apart. All your toes point forward. Shift weight into the front leg to balance out the hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, round forehead to the knee. Really pull your lower belly in. Get the forehead towards the knee. If you can actually connect the forehead to the shin or knee, please go for it. Push the floor or the blocks away for 3. Weight to the inner foot. Squeeze inner thighs together for 2. Pull the lower belly in intensely. Round the spine intensely. 1 more breath. Bend your front knee. Plant the hands for downward dog split. Inhale, right leg up. Knee to forehead. Round the spine. Tap knee to the forehead as best as possible. Inhale, right leg up. 1 more time. Knee to forehead. Inhale, right leg up. Stretch it far away. And downward facing dog. Great job. Left foot forward, high lunge. Right heel stays over the ball of the foot. Inhale the arms up. Breathe. Sitting bones down. Squeeze inner thighs together, belly in. Let's eagle the arms. Right arm under, left arm over. Take a back bend or stay here. Inhale, lift the chest. Fingertips move back. Visualize the connection between your third eye and your hands or arms. You can also bring the hands or arms towards the space in between your eyebrows for 3. Two, squeeze right butt cheek. 1. Inhale the arms up. Pyramid fold. Plant the hands, step the back foot up. Feet are 3 feet apart, hip distance apart. All your toes point forward. Shift weight into the front leg to balance out the hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, round forehead to the knee. Really pull your lower belly in. Get the forehead towards the knee. Push the floor or the blocks away for 3. Weight to the inner foot. Squeeze inner thighs together for 2. Pull the lower belly in intensely. Round the spine intensely. 1 more breath. Downward dog split. Plant the hands. Inhale the left leg up. Knee to forehead. Round the spine. Tap knee to the forehead as best as possible. Inhale up. Exhale 1 more time. Shift forward to plank. Knee towards the forehead, round. Inhale up. Stretch the leg far away. Exhale, downward facing dog. Child's pose or wisdom pose. Just 3 breaths. Stack the fists or use a block for 3. If your forehead reaches the mat, totally fine for 2. 1. Downward facing dog. Great job. One more flow. Warrior 1, right foot forward. Step the right foot up, back heel down. Inhale, arms up. Back leg super straight. Back foot at 45 degrees. Hands together overhead. Thumbs to your third eye. Take one breath here. Now hands to your heart. Warrior 3. Balance on your front leg, float your back leg up. You can stay in a balancing stick or come down into like a capital letter T. 2 more breaths. Right hip down, knee down, toes down. Last breath. Tree pose. Inhale, come up. Left sole of the foot, either on the calf below the knee or thigh above the knee. No feet on the knees. Hands to your third eye in a prayer position for 3. Elbows out for stability. For 2. Keeping your hands here. Step it back into warrior 1. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, take your flow or step it back into downward dog. Chaturanga, bend the elbows straight back. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Warrior 1, left foot forward, step it up. Right heel down, inhale, arms up. Back leg straight, front knee bent. Back toes are at 45 degrees. Front toes point straight ahead. Hands together overhead. Bring the thumbs to the third eye. Now hands to your heart. Warrior 3. You can stay in a balancing stick or come down into like a capital letter T. 2 more breaths. Right hip down, knee down, toes down. Last breath. Inhale, come up, tree pose. Foot to the inside, right sole of the foot, to the inside of the left leg, either at the thigh, above the knee, or calf below the knee. Thumbs to the third eye for 3. Elbows out for stability. For 2. With your hands here, step it back into warrior 1. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, downward dog, or take your flow. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward, step or hop up for a halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold, feet together. We're going to come down into a little cannonball position. So bend the knees, lift the heels. If you're like me and you're modifying for pregnancy, you're going to bring your hands to your third eye, just like we've been doing. If you can round and you don't have to make space for your belly, then lift the knees up, bring the forehead towards the knees, and do your best to hold it there either with hands down or anywhere you want. If you're modifying, find a little balance. You can bring one hand up to your third eye, or maybe both for 3. Or you're doing forehead to the knees for 2. One, chaturanga or downward facing dog. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Pigeon pose. Right knee towards the right wrist. Extend left leg back. We're going to take a forward fold. I want your forehead to either reach the mat, the block, or you're going to stack the fists. Let your body drape. Back hip, knee, and toes point down for 3 breaths. One more breath. And back into your downward facing dog. Left knee to left wrist, pigeon pose. Forward fold. Do your best to get the forehead towards the floor or towards the block. And drape comfortably. Back hip, knee, and toes point down for 3 breaths. One more breath. Slowly move back into your downward facing dog. We're going to hop onto our butts or come to a seated position. You can also float it through for Janu Sirsasana, a yin style. Extend your right leg out, left leg in. Use a block here. We're going to do a round back variation. And you're just going to drape your body, letting your body round, which is very common in a yin practice. So bring either the block to the shin or maybe even right above the knee. If you don't have a block, you can always round, drawing the forehead or the space between the eyebrows towards the leg. Maybe some of you will touch. You can also use a strap around the ball of the foot if you want a little bit of leverage. If you need some height, stack. You can also use a pillow here for 3. 2. 1. Inhale, come up and switch sides. Right leg in, left leg out. Place your block on the highest level. You can stack anything you want to do here. Shoe boxes would also work. Breathe for 5. 4. 1 more breath. And change. Plant the feet, grab behind the knees, and we'll come into a Shavasana. If you're modifying for pregnancy, come to a fetal position on your left side. We'll be doing our Oms after our rest. We'll take 5 breaths in our Shavasana, or a resting position. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, reach your arms overhead, point your toes down, and we'll roll into a little fetal position on any side. When you're ready, we'll push up into a seated position, facing forward, legs crossed in front of the body. Today, to close out class, we're going to do 3 longer Oms. I know in the In the other chakra classes, we've been doing the mantra, short, 5 times, 3 rounds. But for this one, we're going to hold it and do 3 ohms, focusing on each letter, an A-U-M sound. Take a big breath in. Deep breaths, full inhales, complete exhales. Bring your hands to heart center, then to your third eye. Take a big inhale. Exhale, bow forward. And we'll end our class with Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for our Third Eye Chakra class. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a really great time throughout this class. So if you have any feedback for me, please, you can always leave it in the section below or fill out the questionnaire that we have. You can find the link in the description part of this video. Thanks so much for being here. Bye.